guys, let's practice speaking with me. You know, practice speaking is a very important skill. We have 4 skills to accomplish in English, include the listening, reading, writing, and speaking. And speaking is also very important. So today, I decided to practice speaking. Well, what's the website that I usually practice speaking from? Well, of course, I also practice speaking from the Ielts Online Test. So in the Ielts Online Test, you can have lots of tests to do, include 4 skills, and these tests are in the real Ielts test. So include 4 skills: speaking, listening, writing, and reading. 4 skills. So today I decided to do the speaking test. Well, the speaking is different from the listening and the reading. Like in this Ielts Online Test, after you finish doing the reading or the listening, you can get a band score right away. But for the speaking, after you did it, you have to transact a lot of money, well, not too much, just $20, and you can get a band score from an examiner. But let's practice this with me. Today, I practice from Ielts General Training, Volume 1, Speaking Practice Test 1. Okay, let's get started with me. Well, for this website, there are many years you can practice from 2020, and now 2022 already got 6 months already, so you can also practice from there. But I usually practice from the general training part, which is very close to the Ielts test. So let's get started. Okay, like always, we have 3 parts. You can look at the questions if you want and prepare if you're not so sure. And after that, you can press this button, which is take this test for free. Now let's get started. Oh, I need this so that I can be more concentrate. Okay, ready for this? Let's get ready. Now take this test for free and you can get in. The Wi-Fi is a little bit slow today, but I'll wait. Okay, next step, you can test your microphone, but I don't need to. My computer is like getting slower and slower now. Okay, be faster. Now let's start. Well, there are endless things for people to do here, but I think Vietnam is most well known for its breathtaking scenery with imposing mountains and breathtaking paddy fields. I would certainly recommend Vietnam to some other foreign countries or my friends where they have never been outside of their city before, because Vietnam has lots of city and each city has its own beauty. Like my city, Hai Phong City, it's usually known for the red phoenix city because Hai Phong City has a lot of red phoenix. And when it's summertime, nearly autumn, you would see lots of red phoenix and the tree is covered with red flowers. So yes, I think Vietnam is very well known for its delicious food and its breathtaking scenery. Well, I would recommend Quan Ho. There are many traditional arts and music, but I think like the most impressive to me is definitely Quan Ho. So what is Quan Ho, you may ask? It's like a type of folk song in the Red River Delta in the north of the country. And in Quan Ho song, a group of women from one village sing with a group of men from another village. So like this village and another village cooperate together to sing Quan Ho. And they sing with similar melodies, yes, the song with similar melodies, but different lyrics. The woman will sing a different lyrics and the man will sing another lyrics, but the tune is the same. It's so incredible when you listen to two sets of voice rising together in perfect harmony, because imagine they sing two kinds of lyrics in one song. You may think it's going to be a disaster, but it's in perfect harmony. So I would definitely recommend that. If you have never listened to Quan Hot music before, you should try listening it now right away. Well, there are many kinds of foreign visitors or tourists who go to my country. I see a lot of tourists nowadays because things have changed a lot. Well, there are the types that they have never been there before and they are a little bit shy. And those kind often need a translator beside them so that they can talk more if they don't know the country's language. And there are some foreign visitors, like they have been here for a long time already and they're used to the people here. Well, I think that tourism has changed a lot in my country, but in a positive way and also in a negative way. In a positive way is that now tourism is more fresh and it's cleaner, and tourists take more responsibility of the environment. They don't throw trash anymore. I remember, take example of Dosun Beach. It's a kind of beach that's in Haiphong City. At first, it's really dirty because tourists go there and they throw all kinds of water bottle on the sea and on the sand as well. But now there's a new rule. Tourists cannot throw trash in there anymore. So it's changing in a positive way, but in a negative way, now things start to go up, and if you want to travel, you have to have money. So yes, they are changing in both ways, positive and negative. Wow, that was fast. I already finished part 1 in about 4 minutes. I finished part 1 in 4 minutes. So on average, each answer I talk about 1 minute. So yes, of course in the real Ielts test there will be more questions, but this is just like a mock test. So just 4 questions. Now let's move on to part 2, which I would definitely need some pen and paper. Paper right here, got. Now I have 1 minute to prepare and 2 minutes to talk. So the question is, describe a website that you often use. So interesting. I think I want to talk about this website. I often use this, I literally use this website every single day. So I will have 1 minute. I'm going to talk about this website, Ielts Online Test. You have to have a skill which is note taking in order to do this kind of stuff, because if you write the whole thing, then you don't have enough time to prepare. Just write some notes that are important. Now I just have 7 more seconds, but I think I'm going to start right now. Wish me luck. There are many websites that I often use. I remember I used this website, Healthline, to read news, or I also use another website. But yeah, in total I have used a lot of websites. I think nearly 100. But to count out, the website that I use the most, actually every single day, is this website, which I'm using now to take this test right now. It is called the Ielts Online Test. I love its initial. Its initial is IOT. So Ielts Online Test. Well, it's a kind of website which is self-taught, and it's very useful as well. I found it actually on a Sunday morning. At that time, I was searching for some IELTS website for me to do. There are many IELTS websites for me, but I think this website is my favorite. Why do I choose this website instead of the others? Well, I think that there are many other websites which I can also practice IELTS, but they do not give me a band score. Right after I did it, I have to pay money, which I don't have enough money to pay for it. But I think for this website, it's wonderful because you can get the band score after you finish a test, and also some advice from the examiner as well. Like this, I'm very fond of my speaking test. It's just a speaking test which we have to pay money, but for the other test, I think it's brilliant. It allows me to do a lot of things, and it's useful because it prepares for me for the future. I don't have to go out and practice IELTS with a teacher. I can just practice right at home, and they have told me what I'm doing wrong. So it's really useful for this website, Ielts Online Test. Well, I talk about 1 minute 52 seconds. So I got 8 more seconds, which I think is like suitable for the Ielts test. Do not talk over 2 minutes. Okay, next part. Next part is part number 3. It's gonna like ask us some questions related to the topic. So let's get started. Well, nowadays, I think technology have changed our lives a lot. So mostly everyone will have at least one computer. But in my house are different. Like, I have one computer for me to study and my sister have another. But for some house, they will have just like at least one computer. But if they do not have computer, they will surely have an iPad or a phone to study with. And I think computers are really important nowadays. It's much more convenient than a phone because if you want to type some texts on Word, or if you want to have some slides in there, you can easily do it on the computer. But on the phone, you cannot do that. And I think most people use it for work or for study. Like me, I use my computer for studying. Like I'm doing right now, I'm doing the speaking test. Or sometimes I search for new knowledge, which I don't understand. And most people, like my dad, he often borrows my computer for his work at his company. Well, not really. If somebody said that all the information on the internet is true, then it's not true. Of course, I didn't say that all the information is not true. There are some information on the website which are very reliable, and you can easily search on it without any doubt if this is true or false. But there are some websites that like led us to false information about something, so it's like really bad. And just to say to you, not all the information on the internet is true, so you mustn't you have to check on the date and have a lot of experience if you want to find out if this website is true or not. Well, I think that there are many ways for people to find reliable information on the internet. Yeah, there are many ways. For some people, they think that, oh, internet are very reliable and you just read it. But what if they read some unacceptable stuff? For children, they read not stuff that are underage. So I think here are some ways that I found that we can check if this information on the internet is reliable or not. First, we have to look for established institutions. And second, we have to look for sites with expertise. If this is an expert writing it or it's just like a fake website. And third, we have to beware of bias. We also have to check the date too to see if this website is old or it's brand new. Also, we have to consider the site's look, and finally, check the link of the website. Just imagine if our lives do not have internet. Imagine a day if you do not watch TV. You're just studying and do not look at the screen. Would you feel boring? Of course. Well, if it's in the old days, it's normal because people can live without internet. But for now, things have changed a lot, and internet involved in our lives every single day. Well, I remember that when I started doing my homework, I have a lot of things that I didn't know and I just do it without research. So I often get like very bad marks, but now I have to research first before I did my work. So it really helped with my studies and I think internet changed the way we live and work and study. It will depend actually. If it's like for some children that they can control themselves, they do not use internet very often. I think that it's like, yeah, it's safe for them to use internet that are unsupervised. But for some children that they play games all the time, it's kind of dangerous because what if they found out some website that aren't right and they read the information and then started put something bad inside their head. So I think for some of these children, parents have to supervise them when they use the internet. Wow, I have finished the entire Ielts test. Now let's submit my test. For a few seconds and it will be ready. Yeah, congratulations, you've just completed Ielts General Training Volume 1, Speaking Practice Test 1. Like always, I know, get a game score and feedback for an examiner, it's like $20. But because, yeah, I cannot buy them, such as it. Just practice for fun and also to see how good I am at this. So bye, thanks for watching. I'm gonna head out with some water.